Backyard motorcycle builds. And today I think we're going to take a couple steps back in order to take a step forward on this 1973 Honda XL250 Motorsport. It was modified to be a Baja bike, originally from Southern California. And today I think what I'm seriously going to do is the rear fender and the front fender. From here they look okay, up close they're hideous. It's not the kind of work that I can put my name on. So today we're gonna pop that fender off. Doop. We're gonna pop that fender back off. We're probably gonna end up taking the headlight and some of the gauges off of it. We're gonna put it on a little bit of a diet. Twinkles. There's Twinkie wanting to go for a ride. So stay tuned. We're going to take a few things off of this bike that I'm not happy with, and we'll take it from there. All right, so let's see what it's going to take here. It shouldn't be that much. And this... Not happy with the way this turned out, the way it looks. Mock up. Damn, rear fender's off. Oh yeah. All right, front fender. Three screws. Yeah, not happy. At all. Sometimes on these old bikes, front fenders off, you have to just bolt some stuff on to kind of visualize what's going to be right. I definitely have to do something about. I've got a big hole in the chain cover here, but as you can see, some of these wires have been spliced. I don't quite trust them. Well, I mean no, they're plug-ins. Okay, if those plug in, then that might be okay. I'm gonna have to take this loose. I'm gonna get the other side piece because this one's no good. But the fenders, I think we should go with some old off-road type fenders that are in better shape, and maybe we'll put some number plates on the side, pull a few more things off of this guy, and that's really all I'm gonna do today. I just had to do something. I was going crazy thinking about how crappy this thing looked with the original fenders on it. So I think we're just gonna go full dirt bike, full vintage moto, full vintage Baja style. We'll see. I've got a few little ideas. We'll see how they turn out. So for now, also, I think we'll go ahead and take off the seat and the gas tank, because I didn't hook the fuel to it. When I did run it, I ran it on an IV bottle. So let's see what it takes here. Little baby clips. Ow. That's what I did. Come on. Get out of it. There we go. Two. All right. There's the seat. Ow. Yeah. All right. Hardware. Gas tank. Of course, it's tight. And remember, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's the worst part, is the scratch. We might be able to just clean this up, man. I like the Resto Mod idea. Okay. Let's take a look around. Oh, it needs new foot pegs. I think having it down this far, maybe we should touch up the frame in some places because it looks pretty bad. But right now, I'm going to see if I can get the tachometer off because it's not hooked up, and see what kind of fiasco it would be to try to remove the headlight. All right, let's see if we can. Need to pull the headlight out anyway because the trim's bent. Stripped out screw. Get the baby vice grips after that one. We'll be back in a flash. I'm gonna went ahead and took the headlight out and just unplugged it. And before you go start to cutting wires and throwing shit away on one of these guys, I do remember back in the day that my brother and I had an old on-road, off-road bike. Couldn't get it to start, couldn't get it to run. Didn't have a headlight in it. And we put an old headlight in it and that damn thing started right up. So the point to my story is that I'll take some things off and unplug them and then double check my spark and my kill switch before I leave all this off. So I might just straighten it all back up and put some of it back on there because I do not want to compromise whether the bike runs or not. However, I've got a 1974 that's been modified for off-road only, and it doesn't have headlight or anything like that on it, and it supposedly it was running when it was parked. I know it ran a long time ago. So that's where we're at on this one. Let's pull the rest of the stuff off the front. Let's see, I'll zoom you guys in a little bit there. There we go. The headlight bucket has to come out in order to get these anyway. Oh yeah, it's been in there a minute. Oh yeah. Okay, headlight bucket is out. Zoom back out. Yeah, I love the camera skills. Oh man, it's already looking better. I think the more we take off of it and simplify it, the better that it looks. And then if we go on with some better looking crap than this, from 10 feet away it's not that bad, but up close it's horrible. The rear fender didn't turn out much better. Alright, let me see if I can get the rest of this front off. Alright, got these all disconnected and off. Tachometer, let's see, speedometer, lights, wires, 4,881 miles. And the number at the beast at the bottom, oh my god, get rid of it. Okay. And now I've got this little bracketry here. It still holds the horn. It looks like it's got a screw there, so we'll get that off of there and this whole piece will come off. And hopefully I didn't screw the pooch by making it to where it won't fire anymore. I do have a wiring diagram on this bike, so. Alright, we'll take this last little, this dude here, other than the horn. Dang, that horn's been on there for a long time. Alright, the horn's off. And now I think all of these lights and stuff plug in. I'm going to unplug those, and then I'll be able to tuck all this back yonder way, out the way. But I think, there we go, with no fenders, no headlight, no gauges. I think it looks better, and it's going to just be a vintage dirt bike, a vintage. Be able to enter this sucker into some of those vintage races. So there you have it. That's all we're going to do for today. Like I said, it's going to look a little bit worse before it looks better. Next I'll tidy up that wiring, give it a nice little kick over, pull out the spark plug, make sure that she still sparks and that the kill switch still works. And see, the ignition is down here and the kill switch is up here, and luckily none of them didn't go up and through the headlights. So rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. So have a badass evening, even better tomorrow. I just had to get some of these crazy thoughts out of my head by actually taking some of the crustiness back off this bike, because we can't let it go out of the backyard build like that. So y'all have a badass evening, even better tomorrow. Rob Daly. Peace.